Here we go, Sal. And the sun is shining and Trumpy's gone and the world is good.
And good morning to you, Harry. I tell you, as soon as this sunshine comes out, our mood just elevates. It's fantastic. It's a beautiful, warm day in Melbourne. It's 30 degrees. Yahoo! Summer's around the corner.
Yeah, fantastic.
And that's picking my
And
mood.
did you get enough sleep last night, Sal?
And I was just about to say why I'm feeling tickety-boo today is that I actually had a really good sleep. And that is our topic today, sleep. It's like one of my favorite things to do, but it's one that I also struggle with because the night before, it was 2:30 in the morning. I went to bed exhausted. I woke up and I could not get back to sleep. I tried meditating. I then went and did emails. I was just like, I could not get back to sleep, probably till about 6, and then I had to get up. And it was, so yesterday I just struggled. It was like feeling crap. I got brain fog, couldn't think straight. Was, the mood was very average. I really wasn't motivated. I just wanted to get through the day. And then last night, kaboom, I had a fantastic sleep. And now I'm feeling refreshed, rejuvenated, and ready to go. I'm like in the best mood. It's amazing how sleep affects our mood, hey?
Yeah. So do you think doing your emails at 2 in the morning is
No, but I tried everything, and that's part of it because technology is a real factor affecting our sleep or getting to sleep these days. So, that's one issue I have with my kids. Lying in bed playing on their iPad because I don't know, all that blue light stuff or whatever it is, but it's keeping the brain wired, and we need that wind down time. Yeah.
How are they connecting to the internet, Sal?
Well, that's right. Their dad actually turns the whole Wi-Fi thingy off.
Yeah,
But
good.
yeah, and I think that's becoming a real issue for a lot of parents with the 24/7 gaming world and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah.
So what did you try the night before last? You tried sending an emails that didn't work?
No, and I did a half-hour meditation, and
Yeah, that didn't work.
No, and I took some. I keep by the bed some herbal sort of sleep drops. That didn't work, and I wasn't even stressed. I was just, but I do think it. I'd been on a birthday trip that day along the Yarra, and we all ate really well food, healthy food. But I actually think there was something with MSG in it, and it could have been in the chips or something because I woke up really dry mouth, and for me, and that sort of headache in here, and I get that headache when it's lack of sleep, but also MSG. So MSG is a killer. I'm very careful now when I eat Asian food because of it. It keeps me wide awake.
What else did you try, Sal?
I didn't have a cup of tea, but I did get up and go to the loo just in case. I drank some water in case I was dehydrated. That was about it. And I just lay there, but I tried not to overthink it. But another thing that keeps me awake is I do a lot of physical heavy working out, and I had a really bad lower back pain and sciatica, and I actually went and saw my sister yesterday and had an adjustment, and I think that helped as well. So I had this constant nagging lower back pain and down my leg, and I don't think that helped either because it was like, and I was like, shut up. And it's like, no, it was at me.
Yeah, fine. So one thing you could try, if nothing else works, last resort, try a peanut butter sandwich.
Really? Peanut butter?
Something with fat and protein in.
Yep.
And then the blood goes to your stomach and, it might work. Last resort.
That's a good point, actually, because, I train with a bodybuilder friend, and as we've tried different diets, part of it was have some protein before you go to bed. So, yeah. Do you want to hear a fun fact?
Absolutely. Not too fun, though.
Oh, okay.
I'll fall off the chair.
Man is the only mammal that willingly delays sleep, or men and women. And I'm one of those people. I don't like going to bed. I just don't. I resist it. And part of having a good sleep is having a regular routine. And, I try to stick to one, but I just don't like to go to bed. I never have.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Maybe, you might miss out.
I don't know what it is. And also I don't really want to particularly get up and face the next day when it's just another day ending in Y. So when you've got something to look forward to, yeah. But
Yeah.
when it's the same old, particularly Sunday nights and it's a Monday morning, it's like, really, you know, what's going to be so different tomorrow? But oh, here's another one, another fun fact. People who don't get enough sleep are more likely to have bigger appetites due to the fact that their leptin levels fall, promoting appetite increase. So leptin is that appetite regulating hormone. So how amazing is that? So more hungry.
Yeah, it's probably why people on night shift are usually obese.
Oh my God, shift work is one of the worst because, as I just touched on before, having a regular sleep pattern, regular timing for your circadian rhythm, it's so important, and it throws your whole body clock out. And so many stats on shift work, it's awful. Did you know that worrying keeps most Aussies up at night, about half of them, and then followed by that is physical disorders, like physical discomfort, like I was saying, my lower back, or it used to be my neck, and I found changing pillows really helped, and technology was the other one. So the top three things keeping Aussies awake is worry. Stress and worry, absolutely, I think affects everybody in the world, but that's that physical stuff as well, you know, as you get older, and if you not moving or moving too much or not stretching and all that sort of stuff, you know, the lower back, the neck, that's the niggles, and it's constant. And here's one of the most frightening facts, that compared to the rest of the world, Aussies are the most likely to use prescription drugs to get to sleep. We're highest in the world. Yeah, taking that edge off. You know, a lot of the pills, you know, they just help you get to sleep and give you 4 hours. It was another, I'm full of facts today, Harry, full of facts.
One of the things I've never understood is why melatonin isn't available over the counter.
I thought it was. Is it prescription only?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, melatonin is very important to help us get to sleep, sleep inducing. And I've tried melatonin. Have you tried it before?
Yeah, look, I got some when I was in the States last time. I don't need it usually.
Yeah.
But let's go back to when you slept badly the night before last.
Yeah.
What did it do to your performance?
During the day yesterday, I was just awful. It was a struggle. It was a real struggle. Lethargic, bit apathetic, couldn't be bothered. I've got a to-do list this big, and do you think I was motivated? I lost it. And, you know, I still ate well and exercised, but it was a real effort. And by the time I got to my training session at 4 o'clock, it was just like, oh, dig deep into this one, really. And then I had a school meeting at 7 o'clock, and I thought, I don't know how I'm going to get through this day. And it was just like, oh, and then, you know, luckily I didn't have any crappy food in the cupboard, but I would have grabbed some corn chips or something. It's just like, oh, you know, I've just had enough today. Let's just get through it. And, you know, I was like that, you know, having 4 kids in 4 years and constantly breastfeeding and constantly got young kids. It was that surreal headache. You're sitting in a bubble, in a daze. And often I get in the car and I'd be driving for 20 minutes and think, where am I going? It's like, I forgot it. It's so dangerous. Have you ever done that?
Like when I'm driving home, I'm on autopilot and I think, not where am I going? I know where I'm going.
So many times I've got in the car and I've ended up at the gym because I've just gone in autopilot and thinking, I wasn't even intending to go to the gym, but it's just like, it's just constantly going there. It's like my Apple Watch. When I get in the car, it tells me 7 minutes or something to the gym. And I've got, because it's my constant pattern. And one of my clients, it was hilarious. She goes, Sal, it's so embarrassing, but when I get in my car, my watch says how many minutes to Dan Murphy's. Autopilot. It's a classic. So what are your thoughts on amount of sleep? Because I've got a little thing through a sleep network or research.
What I advise to my clients is 3 to 5 years, they should be getting 11 to 13 hours.
Yep.
5 to 12, they should be getting 10 to 11. Teenagers should be getting 8.5 to 9.25.
That's specific.
You can have too much sleep.
Yes.
You can have too little. But I think the really important thing, which is something you've touched on, is having a stable bedtime routine, particularly for kids, but also adults.
Yep.
Try and keep the same bedtime and same wake time every day.
Yep. Very important.
Prepare for bedroom. Make sure the bed, you know, sleep hygiene. Make sure the bedroom's dark, cool, quiet and comfortable. No screens.
Yep. It's really important. Yeah.
We know the bedroom's just for two things, Sal.
Yeah, sleeping.
Sleep and sex. Nothing else.
It's so true. Everywhere. And I've put shutters down on my windows because I'm on a very busy corner. So it makes the room completely dark, shuts out the noise, has a cool. And I'm a big advocate for the weighted blankets. I really find that help sleep. So cool room, but nice heavy blankets that weight on you. That's as soon as I get that, it's boom. And when I go traveling interstate and they have the light weights in the hotels, I can't sleep as well.
So do you know why that is?
Why?
Because you've got under-responsive deep pressure sensors in your body.
Right. How do you improve that?
You go to an OT, basically.
Right.
There's two types of pressure sensors in your body: light touch.
Yep.
You have to be looking.
Sorry, I was writing it down. Yeah, light touch.
Light touch and heavy touch.
Yeah, I'm a heavy hitter.
So if you're one of those, like if I get a kid who, he's okay with fine motor and stuff.
Yep.
But he loves the rough and tumble. He's too rough and everything. I'll grab him and just give him a big bear hug.
Yeah.
During the assessment, and he'll have a big smile on his face.
Yeah.
And he's got under-responsive deep pressure receptors. Quite common.
Right. Yeah. Deep pressure. Yeah.
Quite
cool.
common with those on the spectrum.
Yeah. Right. Right.
You may have heard of Temple Grandin.
Yes. Yeah.
So she discovered that as a pioneer in this field, she discovered that if she made herself a cattle press at home and got in it and cranked it up and put herself in this press, she felt normal after being exposed to the hustle and bustle outside, the overload. That's what got her back to feeling normal.
That's spot on. That's spot on, Harry.
So if you're traveling,
yep.
You could do the same thing by wearing very tight pajamas.
I was just about to say, because I don't normally wear pajamas, but often when I travel, because I need that.
Too much information, too much.
But I'll just wear my trackies and not trackies. Yeah, trackies or gym gear or whatever to bed.
And but if you wear super tight stuff, that'll give you the pressure you need.
Yeah, yeah. That's so interesting. It really makes sense. Big time, big time. See, luckily, because I exercise so much, going to sleep is not an issue for me. But I know a lot of people that have issues getting to sleep.
So the other thing is avoid caffeine or caffeine-containing drinks after about 2 or 3, depending on your own biology.
Yep.
Maybe in the after lunch. If you find yourself sleepless in the bedroom, remember, what's the bedroom for, Sal? Those two things?
Sleep and sex. So use your vibrator.
So if you're in bed and you're not sleeping, what do you need to do?
Have some sex.
If there's no one else there, what do you need to do? You need to get up and get out of bed.
Yeah, right.
You don't lie in bed not sleeping.
Yeah.
Get up, do something. I mean, what do? Sometimes I make a slice of my wife's delicious homemade bread in the toaster, peanut butter, sambal, sit down with that munch, lovely, watch a little bit of TV or something, read a book, and then I go back to bed. I'm out like the light.
Yeah.
The other thing I do is I've got a pulsed electromagnetic field.
Yep.
Go on that. It balances the sympathetic, parasympathetic nervous system. Often I go to sleep on that. Yep. So go on it under a blanket.
Yeah.
But sleep is not usually a problem for me, but it is for many people.
Many people. Dimming the lights helps,
Dimming the lights, they shouldn't even be on.
Yeah, yeah. Well, from 9:30 onwards, dim the lights, start with that sleep hygiene. I'm big time on it.
You could. Do you have a soft toy in the bed you can cuddle up to?
I just cuddle my pillow.
Cuddle your pillow, absolutely. Okay. So Norman Doidge.
Yep. Oh, yep.
Norman Doidge. He's pretty awesome.
Oh, he's young. I always had it in my head that he was older.
It's Norman. So, there are sleep clinics. You can go to a sleep clinic, find out if you've got, sleep apnea. If you've got sleep apnea, it's a breathing disorder. You've got to sort that out.
Yeah.
But in terms of some of the other solutions, Low-level light therapy
Mhm.
can be really helpful. Low-level laser therapy can be really helpful. Sound therapy can be incredibly helpful. Balances sympathetic and parasympathetic.
Yeah, yeah.
Pulse electromagnetic field. The Russians discovered that some sound wave patterns will actually put you to sleep.
Yep. Yep.
So the challenge for us in the West is that we've been engulfed with pharmaceuticals. They're not particularly helpful for sleep. And it's the sensory solutions that work more effectively. So it's the soft stuff. It's the woohoo stuff, you know.
Yeah, well, when I had the babies, like when my kids were little, I had those little boxes with white noise, or you could change to water, cascading, or, elephants mating, whatever it was. It was just this little box. But it's true. And it had all these different sounds to just chill them out. It's just like white noise. Did you know that snoring is one of the biggest things that affects people's sleep, which makes sense? I've got fun facts about it. 48%.
Can you give us a rendition of elephants?
Oh, it might have been dolphins or whales. It was whales mating. It was whales. I'm telling you, this was 20 years ago. It was whales. And it was.
Can you do that for us now?
Oh, it's a bit like Flipper, like it was full on.
Did that help get to sleep?
Oh, well, it was just on one of the channels on this box.
Right.
Yeah. Did you know another one of the biggest sleep disorders? So snoring was way off there. Falling asleep during the day. A lot of people fall asleep during the day. It's like nearly 38%. 48% find that snoring is a massive disorder, but falling asleep when driving was fairly high. And I had an old partner years ago who was coming down to visit me down on the coast and had a really, really long day, had been working at State of Origin or something, and fell asleep behind the wheel. And it was on the Geelong Road thing, and they said it's such a common spot. And, it's a real issue. And truck drivers, they a lot of them take that no-dose or whatever to keep them so that they can keep driving. And that's a real issue. And, often now you see the signs up that say, have a power nap, saves lives.
That's why they have those monitors for heavy vehicles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pull over.
Yeah. Do you find pillows help for you?
Pillows.
Yeah.
I hit on it. What do you mean?
Oh, well, I've got those memory pillow things, and I found that really improved my sleep because of the neck position and that sort of thing.
No, I sleep on my side, so I just have a couple of pillows. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. I mean, one of the things I noticed is that if the clients that I see are tired, it depresses their IQ, it depresses their processing speed, and there's a lot of evidence that some of the people out there who diagnosed with ADHD actually have a sleep problem.
Right.
Because the symptoms are the same.
Yep. Well, that makes sense. All right, here I know. This was the other thing. We were talking about shift workers before. There's an increased risk of cardiovascular issues and gastrointestinal disorders, which makes sense because it's all about resetting during your rhythm, right? And
rest and digest.
Resetting, rest and digest, absolutely. So, yeah. Oh, what was this? Oh, this was the 53% of Aussies, so that's 1 in 2, have some kind of issue that it impacts their sleep. So insomnia, chronic pain, all that sort of stuff, snoring. 1 in 2. That's huge, Harry. And as we've discussed, all the benefits of sleep. And when you don't get that sleep, it's a struggle, and it affects your weight, it affects your immunity, it affects everything. Your mood. Mood is a huge thing. Your hormones.
It reduces your tolerance to stress.
Absolutely. And absolutely.
Increases anxiety, anger, and conflict. Yeah, lots of studies about that.
Well,
one of the other interesting studies was by Hassler and Troxel, showed that if you go to bed at the same time as your partner, this improves mood.
Yeah, and that makes sense too. I do know clients that one will stay up really late and the other goes to bed early, and that regular rhythm, even on weekends, like sleeping in on weekends, you know, try not to do it for more than an hour of your normal time. So I know with this COVID thing, my sleeping patterns changed completely because I go to bed later and get up later because it's just, it wasn't the, and I like to stay up late, so it helped me. What else did I have here? Oh, I know, I did a model. Did you do a model today, Harry?
I didn't get to a model today, no.
I did one.
So we're reliant on you 100%. So
I've written papers on sleep and all that sort of stuff. I love it. I'm obsessed with it because I know it affects me so much, and it's such an important part of my daily life.
yeah,
For me to keep my mood up, because I like to be Pollyanna. I don't want to be Debbie Downer, and sleep affects that.
I don't think you could be Debbie Downer.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, a couple of days of no sleep and nobody can be perfect, baby. So my model, first of all, get some regular sleep. So as we said, that regular bedtime and waking up time, and then get into a rhythm where you've got your sleep hygiene, where you've got this rhythm and structure of winding down, not eating too late, getting off technology, reducing all the wiring around you and getting that nice, cool, dark bedroom. And then reducing the stress and triggers that attribute to bad sleep. And, if you've got back issues, go and see a chiro or whatever, adjust, get a new pillow. If there's someone that snores, work out something. Or if you have snoring issues, go and see someone that can look at your nose, whatever it is. But reducing the stress is a huge thing. So meditate, as you said, cup of tea, or even trying a bit of fat or protein to help you induce to that sleep as well. So that's dimming the lights and all that sort of stuff, allowing the melatonin to make you sleepy. So when you're getting that regular sleep and getting that structure and rhythm, you're feeling more rejuvenated and feel better. And then also when you've got the rhythm and you're reducing the stress and triggers, you're just feeling more relaxed. And then when you're getting your regular sleep and you've reduced the stress and triggers that attribute to bad sleep, you're just going to feel more refreshed and be in a more positive mood. So overall, you'll feel happy and awesome.
It's true. I mean, one of the big challenges for many people that I see are just noisy brain.
Yes, it's
They
the
don't know
mind,
how to turn it off.
the internal head chatter. It goes on and on and on and on. And that's what I work with a lot of people about, is reducing that. And and one thing that I've really found helps people is let the stuff go about the fearing and worry about tomorrow, because it hasn't happened. The more you can heal it back to the present moment, because that's the only thing you control. Because any fear and anxiety, as we always say, is a negative projection of the future, of stuff that hasn't even happened. So the more people can let shit go and just be in the present moment and be more comfortable in their own skin, it just helps reduce that mind chatter, because it's boom, 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 boom. And it's such a busy world, 24/7 going off. And that's the number one thing that I work with people, is reducing this, because it doesn't stop, and it doesn't allow the soul to come through because the mind's too busy. That's a whole nother level.
That's right. That's right. I just thought of something, but I'll raise it after I call. Yeah, and that's it. Think and act at the same time. If you can't sort something out today, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Think about it. And it's really a mental discipline. You actually have a gatekeeper in your brain, and it's really important that you take control of that gatekeeper.
Absolutely.
Some thoughts are not meant to be. They're not helpful.
No, not at all. What have you got on your hand, Harry?
Yes, right. Good. That's Harry Potter.
Oh, is that one of your clients?
Sorry, Harry Potter. There we go.
I thought you were doing
So there's a story behind that.
Yeah.
One of the things that I've learned working with clients is that I have to engage with them.
Yeah.
So I had a little client yesterday. He's a lovely boy. He's one of those boys where, I just fell in love.
Yeah.
It was mutual, bang,
Yeah.
Mum, I said to the mum, just got such a beautiful boy. I just love him. And she said, aren't you like that with all the kids? I was so amazed. He doesn't normally like people. I said, no, I'm not like that with everybody. Your kid, it's just wonderful. Anyway, he'd done really good work yesterday. He'd done 60 minutes of what I'd wanted him to do. And so I said to him, what would you like to do now? He said, I'd like to draw on you. So I said, okay, fine. Here's my hand, go for it. And then he drew on me, and then he did one on the other side, which is kind of washed off in the shower.
Yeah. I can see the outline. Yeah.
So then he put his hand out. I held his hand and did a couple of drawings on his hand, which I'll show you, because it was fun. And I'd never done it before. I posted it.
Oh, that looks
That's
awesome.
That's what I drew on his hand.
That looks so cool.
And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And when I held his hand, it was like holding a little bird, you know, it was so precious. And then drawing, it was just lovely. It was a lovely interaction. It was his idea.
Yeah, that's
cool. Why I've got drawing on my hand.
Oh, I love it. You're such a big kid, Harry, and you really, resonate with kids, and I love that. I just love it.
Being flexible, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Enduringly. Yeah.
Oh, all right, darling. Well, I'll let you go, and I'm
Yeah.
in the best mood today because I had a good sleep.
Awesome.
Makes all the difference. All righty, I'll see you next week.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye. See ya.